Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes Tribe members. I'm Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. Today is August 26th, 2023. If you care to know the date, it is Saturday. I just uploaded early this morning, a reading on Willow's wisdom. So, because that was from yesterday or last night, basically. But anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Hope you do stay. Would love it if you would. So someone's cleaning something up. They're trying to straighten things around, like straighten things out between you and them. I was gonna say between you and another person, so maybe you're trying to straighten things around. It just depends, like, because these cards were, some were inverted and some were upright, and I was just organizing it, like putting things back together the way that they should be. So there's someone in this situation who's trying to fix something. And I did see at the bottom of this deck, turning over a new leaf. So somebody's making positive changes for themselves for this situation. So it could be for a relationship, because I saw being ignored as well. So if somebody was ignoring you before, I feel like they don't want to do that anymore. Because I don't want to say they're not doing that anymore. I feel like they're considering reconnecting with you in some way. All right. And I heard grab your phone before I came up here. And then I wanted to do a shuffled song, which I haven't done a shuffled song for a reading in a while. And it was There Goes My Everything by Kane Brown. And it sounds like, someone who's very interested and they're just watching their everything go away. Like, you're their everything, and it's like, oh, you're just walking out the door, you're gone. But the song is actually about, missing someone, and it's like, I just love everything about you. You are my everything. And when when you go to work, when you're not around me, it's like, I don't want to say it's devastating, but that word popped in my head. It's, especially if you're not talking at all, it's difficult. It's like, I miss you kind of thing when you're not here. So someone's definitely missing another person, whether it's you missing them or them missing you. That's definitely love related. Even if it's not a loving connection, because I feel like you have a connection with someone that isn't romantic, but they have romantic feelings for you. Whether they told you or not, I don't feel like they did for most of you, or you didn't tell them, depending on who is who in this situation. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's only like 8 o'clock in the morning right now, but the babies are being quiet, so I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of this free time. So there could be someone in this situation who's trying to take advantage of the free time that they have. Like, I could be on my phone doing blah, 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 whatever, or I could be doing this or that, but this is more important. So it's prioritizing, and I feel like you're important to this person, so they're going to try to make time for you. The little time that they have, they want to spend it with you, basically, is what it feels like. It's really weird, because I have said off and on in the past, like over different readings, like over the course of time, throughout different readings, that the number 222 is significant, and 444. Well, this morning, the twins woke up at 2:22 a.m. and then again at 4:44 a.m. And I'm like, wow, this is kind of funny. So those numbers are coming back up again. Oh my gosh, I saw this card in my head when I was in the garage. I had just gotten my coffee and I was sitting down and having a cigarette before I came up here, and I was like, what cards am I going to use? And I don't normally like plan ahead like that far ahead. So someone's planning ahead, like way ahead. They're planning something, but secretly, they're planning something secretly, but it doesn't feel bad. But yeah, I was thinking of this card. I'm like, oh, I gotta use that deck. That's so funny. I love it when that stuff comes together and it happens, even if it's minor. But anyway, Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. There's definitely a difference here. Lightning is very significant. It's standing out. standing out in this card big time. Like cleaning up a mess. Because there was misunderstandings tied to someone's, either tied to somebody's belief system, or like if you're very spiritual, you know, obviously you believe in tarot and psychics and mediums and stuff like that. If you believe in the metaphysical, there's someone tied to you, or there could be multiple people around you who don't. So, you know, what it's making me think of is when you're gifted, you're spiritually gifted, and the people around you don't believe you. You know, it's like you get these feelings. I just heard the proof is in the pudding. So people who didn't believe you before are starting to believe you now, because the things that you're saying are actually coming to fruition. But you know, when you first tell someone, because like whenever I'm out in public or having a conversation and people ask me what I do for a living, I used to get really hesitant on saying it. Now I don't care whether you believe or not, but there are still some people that will kind of chuckle and be like, really? You know, like, yeah, right, kind of stuff. And I feel like there's someone in that energy that's like, okay, what you're saying is a bunch of crap, but it isn't. And they're seeing that. Whoever these people are, because it's more than one, who didn't believe in you, especially with your spirituality and stuff, with your gifts. They're not only, like, if seeing is believing, they're definitely seeing and they're believing, but it's not just about that. It's like they created a problem. They created problems for you or around you, whether it was just talking shit or otherwise. Whoever these people are, they're going, ooh, I better straighten this out now because I made a boo-boo. Someone fucked up because they weren't woke, you know. And it's like, I feel like whoever's dealing with this, you're very understanding, and you'd be like, yeah, I understand that this is hard to believe until you get that concrete evidence, you know what I mean? Until it's put right in your face, until things start unfolding, because it's always been that way with psychics and stuff like that. I mean, psychic abilities, like if a police officer came to me and was like, you know, could you help me with this case? Anything I say, no matter what direction I lead that officer in, is not admissible in court. But when it comes to psychic abilities and being able to do stuff like that, especially with mediumship, if there's someone who's deceased and is like, here, solve my crime kind of thing, it's helpful because it leads that detective in the right direction. It's guidance. So it's like spiritual guidance. That's all psychic messages are. They're to guide you in the right way. And if you use your free will and choose to go the wrong way, then, you know, that bad thing will happen, basically. But regardless, it's like, yeah, it's not solid evidence when a psychic says something, but it is when it occurs, or if it leads you to whatever they're saying. So, like, for example, because this has happened to me multiple times. This is one that's just popping in my head. I had said in a reading there was something significant to do with a key. Whether anyone was messing with me or not, I picked up on it. No one told me nothing. No one, you know what I mean? So it was like my intuition led me to all of this. But it's like with my spiritual drives and all that crap. But I said something one time in a reading, there's something significant to do with the key. And then I was drawn to go to the secret garden. And when I was out there, I don't even know how I saw it. I took a picture of it because it was kind of hidden. And it was in an area that I didn't normally walk. I didn't go that far. And I ended up going up there because I was just really pulled to go there. So that's what I did. And I found a key. And it was a key to a lockbox. Like one of those types of keys. This was the little one. But I had mentioned that ahead of time, and then I found it. That's like, you know, when you're leading someone in a certain direction, someone found something. It's not just me. That's an example, because that's why it's coming up. Somebody found something. They found some type of evidence against another person or pertaining to whatever situation's going on. Like, they listened to themselves or they listened to you, because I started this reading off saying that somebody didn't believe in your spirituality and your gifts and stuff. And it's almost like, for some reason, I'm feeling like there's someone in this energy that's like, you know, it can't hurt to look. Okay, so like say you say something to someone, or you just say it, and they know that you claim to be a psychic or a medium or whatever, you know what I mean? Because that's how this person would view you. It's, it's not that you are, that's just what you claim, because it's a bunch of hogwash. But anyways, okay, so and so said this. So can't hurt to go look. It can't hurt to listen, to try. So someone is either trying to listen to their own intuition, and they're doing something, like they're just following this urge, basically, the pull to go here, there, or wherever, and they come across what you said. Someone found something. Whether you left it for them, or some of you could have left something somewhere and they came across it, and you're like, oh, either you or them, someone's in shock, like, I can't believe I found this, or I can't believe you found what I left you. Like, something like that. Like, how the hell did you do that? So if you found shit, someone's going, I can't believe you found blah, blah, whatever. But for some of you, if you're the gifted one, there's someone who's just like, oh, it can't hurt to go check this out. And they found something you left, or it pertains to something you said. Like, wow, this message was just delivered, and I decided to go here or whatever, and that's exactly what you said. What? So someone's like battling within themselves, because believing in what you do and who you are and these gifts and abilities goes against their religious belief system. It goes against everything that they've known their entire life. So it's like, it's great to have a healthy level of skepticism, but this person was just, they weren't open-minded at all. So it's like if they were stuck in this like closed, this little box, this tiny box, the box is finally opening up a little bit. It's like cracked open. They're going, oh, the light's coming in. Oh my gosh. It's something like that. And then we have autumn is my last chance. Well, autumn is on its way, because we are almost in September already, at least in the US. Autumn is approaching. Please don't lose hope. So I kind of feel like something significant might take place in the fall, when the leaves start changing color and falling off the trees, when the last leaf falls. Love calls. Just saying. But anyways, I don't know, I feel like some of you have given this person, whoever it is, it could be multiple people even, but it's like you've given them chance after chance after chance. It's like, I've given you time. I've showed you this, I've showed you that. I can't show you anything else. You're going to have to figure it out for yourself now. It's almost like a student, which is basically what it is when it comes to spirituality. But if you think of it from this perspective, say you're the teacher, and whether you're purposefully teaching someone or people or not, you're showing this specific person, whoever it is. This group is what I want to say. So you're showing more than one person. But regardless, it's like, okay, I'm going to use math as an example, because for me, I suck at math, and it always just went shoot right over my head until I taught myself. I got the basic math for dummies, and that's how I learned algebra. And it was so much more easier doing it myself versus having someone fucking say it to me. And sometimes people learn that way. And that could be going on with this person. Like, you could have been, explaining and explaining and explaining, and then you finally stopped. It's like, all right, class dismissed. Your homework is to do it your fucking self and figure it out, because I've explained this 10 ways till Sunday, and there's no other way I can explain this anymore. So how do you explain this? Oh, that's what that is. How do you explain this? I've gone over it this way, that way. I've come up with all these reasons, all these logical reasons for this, that, and everything. And none of that makes sense except for this. So that's why someone's believing, because they went over this equation multiple times. Because, it's like with algebra, that's probably where the math analogy is coming in, because I didn't even go into what I was originally going to say, because sometimes when I babble, that's where the symbolism comes out, because I go on a tangent that I don't realize I'm going on, and it's spirit doing it. But with algebra, you have apples and oranges, and you can't add them together unless you're adding fruit. It's like, so if you have 2 apples and 3 oranges, you will always have 3 oranges and 2 apples. You can't put them together, and like I said, unless you're adding everything together. So if the equation is how much fruit is there, then yeah, it'll be 5. But that's just basic math. That's just addition. It's like when it comes to algebra, it's separating things out. So someone could be separating information out, and it's like, I have to separate it out because this doesn't make sense, and they don't go together. But you can still figure it out and put it together in the end, because so A and O, basically apples and oranges, it's like it would be like 2A and 3O, but they're still together. Do you know what I mean? You can still solve the puzzle even if information doesn't like fit together like a puzzle, like come together in such a way. You can still solve it. Okay, so whatever that is to you, let's see. Do I want to use this deck? I don't want to use this deck. We're going to use this one. Yeah, somebody's taken off the rose-colored glasses because they just weren't seeing clearly. They were seeing what they wanted to see, basically, not what they needed to see, which a lot of people do that, you know? I feel like you freed yourself from this situation, and that's probably how this person figured everything out, or how you figured everything out, because there's a level of detachment, so their energy isn't in your energy field anymore. It gives you time to process, if that's the case for some of you. And for others of you, if there's someone that was just going like, this doesn't make any sense, whatever this person's trying to teach me, it ain't working, when they freed themselves from you, or you freed yourselves from them, it gave them time to process and go, oh, I can connect all these dots now. I thought someone was going to open the door. Burden, stress, and negativity be gone. There is someone who is very burdened by your spiritual gifts, your spirituality, because they don't understand. And it's funny because I'm watching that show, The Ghost, which they have a British version, which I finished all the seasons that they had available of that one, and I love that one. But I'm watching the American version now, and there was one part, where was I going with that? With ghosts, free yourself, burden, stress, negativity be gone. There was one part that I was going to say that made sense in this energy, but I don't know. It's kind of floating away, so it must not be significant right this second. I don't know. I feel like somebody just might not have believed in the other side. Like, there are some religions where they don't believe in ghosts. If there's a spirit around, it's demonic, and that's, you know, that's not true, but that is the case in some belief systems. That's just what some people believe, and someone could have believed that, or it's just not possible to talk to someone on the other side, because when you're dead, you're gone. You know, you're dead and gone. You can't speak, you can't do this, you can't do that, but you can. You still can. And someone, like, I really feel like someone's waking up to that, like, wow, this really happens. Because, you know, even if somebody, because this is weird, because it feels like there's someone who believes in the paranormal, like they would go ghost hunting or something and catch orbs and EVPs and stuff, and all that is so believable. But when it comes to mediumship and, you know, spirit literally saying stuff to you in your mind, in your ear, however the hell you pick up on the information, sometimes you just feel it depending on your gifts, this person's like, that's impossible. Well, how the hell is it impossible for a person to be a conduit, because we're all energy, to pick up on, you know, whatever a spirit is saying and showing them, no matter how they're doing it? It's like impossible for that to happen, but it's possible for a device to pick up on those EVPs. You know what's weird with my phone too? Is for a while my speaker was effed up for a long while. I don't know what it was, but whenever I was on the phone, it was too low. Whenever I'd record with it, it was too low. My speaker, the volume is back to normal all of a sudden. I didn't do anything special. It wasn't wet, nothing like that. It just came out of it. But spirit will do that to my devices sometimes when I'm recording, especially if there's a lot of activity going on, a lot of energy. The audio will go low and then high and low and high because they're manipulating it. But why? How is that possible? But it's not possible for a person to pick up on it. You know, I don't know. Someone was just looking at things all wrong. That's what it feels like. Yeah, and there was no progress in the situation, so I feel like you freed yourself from it. Yeah, because this person was ignoring you on purpose. They were probably scared of your abilities, because a lot of people fear the unknown things in life. It's like, well, I don't understand this, so this is fucking terrifying. Think of aliens, for example. You know, a lot of us, you think of an alien, think of gray aliens, or you think of Alien versus Predator, which is those scary movies and shit, and it's like, oh, if aliens came down, they would attack and wipe us out and blah, blah. That's not the case. It's just because our imaginations run wild with things that we don't understand, because the possibility is always there for harm. But, you know, people harm themselves way more than external forces. Do you know what I mean? Like, we do harmful things to our bodies daily, depending on who you are and what you're doing. I'm just talking collectively. I'm not saying you, the viewer, are doing, you know, that you're doing anything harmful, but we've all done something that wasn't in our best interest, but we hurt each other all the time. So it's like we're basically wiping our own asses out, and it's like, why are we so afraid of the things we can't see and that we don't fully understand, when a real problem is staring us in the face, and it's humanity? Because we basically lost humanity, if you think about it. Like, we treat people like shit. We don't take care of each other. We really don't. It's like, oh, your skin color's different, fuck you. Your religion's different, fuck you. When we should be coming together, no matter what our differences are, because we're all people. We all come from the same fucking place, and we all leave in the same way. You know what I mean? And we can't take any of this bullshit with us, except for our lessons and who we were as a person in this lifetime. Like, who do you want to be? Do you want to show love and compassion and take care of thy neighbor, or do you want to shut thy neighbor out and be a selfish fucking asshole? Okay, well, someone must need to hear that, just saying. But it happens. Like, that's why when I talk like politics or anything like that and coming together, which I don't do it very much, it's like world order my ass, like a coming together. It's because greed. You know, the devil creates segregation. Your God, your higher power, wants a sense of cohesiveness, wants us to come together. You know, don't judge. Just because, you know, I call my higher power the universe, and I have, you know, I believe in multiple deities, doesn't mean that what you believe is wrong. It doesn't mean that what I believe is wrong either. In your eyes, it's just different. But at least there's faith in there, you know what I mean? At least you believe in something greater than yourself, which is the main point. Okay, I don't want to preach and do all that stuff, but let's see what's going on here. Let's get one of these. I just heard in my head, this is very profound. So whatever that means to you, whatever's profound to you, it's a very profound connection. Go Zen mode. I think a lot of you have, like, especially when you're letting go of negativity, it's like, these aren't my burdens to bear. So you can help people without taking on their problems. But regardless of that, it's going Zen mode. There could be someone in this energy who is viewing you as though you don't give a shit about them, when it's not that you don't care about the person, it's you're not going to be part of a bad situation or drama. So if someone's problematic and they're contributing to the issues in their life, like, it's not just people around them, you know, projecting and causing problems. It's they're part of it. You're not allowing yourself to be part of it, and someone might be looking at you as though you're mean, like that you don't care because you're not allowing yourself to be dragged down by that situation. But you do care about the person or people involved in whatever that situation is. You you can't help anyone who won't help themselves. So it's like, if you're not going to step up to the plate and do what you need to do in your own life and try to clear out that energy for yourself, why should I fucking help, you know? If you're ready for change and you're ready to move forward, then I'll be there for you, kind of thing. That's what this feels like. So you're basically realizing who you can support and help and who you can't, because they have to be willing participants. I just had this conversation with my mother the other day. You have to want change. You have to want to be healthier and better and all of that in order to become it. Thoughts are powerful, negative thoughts and positive thoughts. And it is hard to rewire our brains, you know, especially if we come from a very negative place and, you know, we've gone through a lot and everything like that. But over time, it becomes second nature, especially if a negative thought pops in your head, no matter what it is, and you go, okay, I recognize it, don't want to think it, change it to something positive. Over time, that will just automatically happen. It's like you got to rewire the system, you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. Don't ignore your own pain. There could be someone in this energy who was or is ignoring their own pain, like their own issues, and adding more to their plate, because it's like, all right, I'm just going to push this down, suppress this, forget that I'm feeling this way, forget that I'm going through this, and I'm going to deal with you and help you and whatever, because it's like a happy distraction, even if it's dramatic and a bunch of BS, you know, it's distracting someone from their own crap. So there could be someone here who pays attention to many other people, or they act helpful, but they're only doing and saying whatever they're doing because they don't want to face their own issues, basically. It's easier to deal with other people's crap and help them and build them up than build myself up. That's what this feels like. And no, that's not me. I help a lot of people, but I help myself first, because if I'm not well, if I'm not taken care of, if I don't do the work on myself, which I've done a lot of work, and it wasn't easy, and I know this firsthand, that's why I can preach it, I guess you could say. But if I'm not, you know, in a good place, I really can't help anyone else, you know what I mean? And neither can anyone else. So you got to be right with yourself and good with yourself in order to take on issues of others. But there's someone who does it as a distraction, and they're not dealing with their own shit, basically. They might be learning to creation dawn the beginning. Yeah, they might be learning to be more self-focused, and it is a learning curve, especially when you put yourself last all the time. The gift, a present, an offer, nurturance, growth, and potential. Yeah, there's a lot of growth here. Communication, relationship work to be done. There's someone here who has feelings for you, who wants to reach out and talk to you. They needed time for whatever reason, whatever they were going through. This person knows it's their last chance to say something, to move this forward. And because this apple in her hand, it's going to be rotten. It's already been picked. So it's like, all right, it's on a time limit. So it's like, this is fresh right now, but it's going to rot and go to the wayside over time if nothing happens with it. Like, if you don't make that apple pie, if you don't do something with the apple, if you don't eat it, whatever, if you don't take the opportunity, it's going to go away. That's really what that feels like. So this person knows it's their last chance. They don't want to fuck it up, but they're still taking their sweet ass time. Keeper of secrets. Use your discernment. Confide in a trusted friend. Keep silent about knowledge. I feel like a lot of you do keep silent about the things that you know, and when you speak up about certain things, especially intuitively, or if you know like a secret about someone, you only say it if it's for the betterment of the entire situation, everyone involved, or for that specific person. Is like, I'm not going to share your deepest, darkest secrets if it's going to hurt you and that's all it's going to accomplish. That's not what you're doing here. You're sharing what's important to help someone. Even if that person looks at it as though it's a problem. Because, for example, with, addicts and stuff, someone who's in the throes of addiction, if you out the fact that they are an addict, that they're doing whatever they're doing, they're going to get pissed at you. If you have enabled that person and then you take whatever away, the money, the whatever, you stop enabling, they're going to get pissed at you. If you say, oh, you need help, if you recognize if you recognize a problem and you present it to the person and say, okay, well, I see all these warning signs, I know that you're doing this, this, and this, I will help you in any way that I can to get better. If they don't want to get better, they'll get fucking mad at you. So it feels like something like that, where someone got upset because you put their own bullshit in their face and they're not ready to face it. But it is the truth. They don't want to deal with it because they're not ready. And what's sad with the whole addiction thing is a lot of times certain people don't ever become ready, and it takes their lives, whether they pass or not, because stuff like that strips away the person that you are. I had this discussion with like a caseworker that I spoke to, and it's so true. Like, looking back, even for myself, like back when I was doing stuff, I thought I was so smart. I thought, I did hide it well, but I thought that I was still the same person. I didn't think there was any problems, you know what I mean? And looking back, now that I'm all clean and all that stuff, and I'm level-headed, I'm clear-headed and all that shit, I see how broken of a person I was at the time. Like, I wasn't the same person. I lost myself. And that's what happens, because you think you have something under control, but it has you under control. And that's the truth, and you don't see it until it's too late sometimes. Some people never see it, or you don't see it until you get the help you need. And that's not just with substances, but that's a good example, because it's, it wreaks havoc on a person, on their body, mind, soul, their family, their friends, situation. Like, it ruins lives in major ways. And then, of course, you feel like a shitbag for doing what you're doing, or doing whatever you did, and then you fall further down the rabbit hole. You sink deeper into depression, deeper into your addiction, deeper into the problem, because you feel so fucking shitty and ashamed. So it's like a vicious cycle. People like that need more support, especially if they reach out for help. Or if you see someone struggling and you offer the help and they deny it, that's like one of the most difficult things to deal with, to face, because it's like, the end goal or the end game, what's going to happen if they don't recover from whatever the situation is, because it's not just substances. That's just, like I said, the easiest way to explain certain things. But yeah, someone's keeping a dirty secret, no matter what it is. And it's not a good secret, and they know that you know something about them, or you know what this secret is because of your spiritual gifts. So this person could be nervous around you, they could be keeping their distance, they could also be talking shit and creating problems because they don't want you to seem credible or believable, just because of whatever they have going on. But that's done. This person can't cover shit up anymore, for one. the cat's out of the bag, basically, with whatever's going on with that situation or person. And if they tried to stop you from doing or saying something, they can't. And they're realizing that, like, oh, crap, you know? All right. Addicted to love. Love yourself like you love others, which is what I was talking about in the beginning. Like, you need to help yourself before you can help others. Don't bury pain. We got to dig all that shit up and let it fly out so that it can be released, so that you can free yourself from, you know, the chains that bind you in any given situation, or that's what this person needs to do. Someone in this situation needs a reality check, and fast. Especially if they're dealing with unhealthy shit. I just heard in my head, you would think that this would be a reality check, but it isn't. So there's something major that could have happened to somebody because of whatever they're doing, going through, whatever the situation is. Like, someone could have already hit, quote unquote, rock bottom, but the rock bottom that they hit could be rock bottom for you in your eyes or in the eyes of many, but it's not their rock bottom. Someone needs to get smacked with reality, and I feel like reality did smack them in the face, but they're a fighter and they're like, I'll just keep fighting back, because the reality of the situation isn't my reality. That's what this is. Someone is choosing not to see a problem within themselves. There could be external people around this person as well, especially if they're in a negative situation or they're doing things, who is turning a blind eye. They're choosing not to see the problem that's sitting right in front of their face. Could be in a home situation or within a relationship, but I feel like when it pertains to love, there is an opportunity for a partnership that's coming in, the start of something good, and whatever this connection is very stable. I feel like you've been manifesting this. It could start online for some of you, so some of you could be doing online dating, and even if it's not online dating, you just might start talking online because, you know, mutual friends and stuff. Maybe there's someone that comes across your profile or something because you're friends with so-and-so, you know what I mean? Something like that. A friend of a friend of a friend. But that's not in a bad way. That's just in a, hey, I want to see where this can go. Like, oh, you're cute, or we have a lot in common based off from what I've seen. Yeah, starting off slow. For some of you, either you're younger than this person. It could even just be by a year or more, just depends. Or they're younger than you. But this is a beginning. The gift, a present, an offer, nurturance, growth, and potential. I feel like this friendship is a gift to you, or them, both of you. Like, you're a gift to this person, and this person's finally seeing it. I'm looking at this coin as though it's like a crystal ball. Like, wow. Some of you saw the future with this person. This person sees the future with you because we do have stability here, especially if we're talking about love. So this could be like exiting the friend zone or starting off as friends and moving into love. But it's like seeing, not just seeing a future with you, it's seeing the future. So some of you, if you are gifted, because that's how I started this reading, is if you're gifted like that, your intuition has already let you know that this will work out, that you should be with this person. They just need time to catch up, and hopefully they catch up in time before the apple rots, basically, before the opportunity goes away. Whatever you saw prior, they're starting to see now. That's what that feels like. Because this is all open space. There's clarity here. It's like there's nothing clouding their vision anymore. There's no distractions here anymore. It's like, I'm just super focused now. I'm focused on what I need to be focused on. That's good. Their intuition, they're probably listening to themselves. We have love here. Yeah, somebody wants to share the love, basically. I want to show you love. I want to show you affection. I want to show you that I give a crap. So someone might try to prove themselves especially if they were very guarded before. I feel like most of you let go of this situation or person because it was just too much work to bust down their walls, and it's like, you know what, I'm not going to try to bust down your walls. If you want to remove the locks and tear down the wall yourself, and then it's, you know, then it's all free and clear, that's fine. But I'm not doing that work for you because this is too much. So you could have walked away from this person because they were too resistant to your love. And I feel like they're regretting that, and they want to be around you. There could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in this situation somewhere, because the Queen of Coins wanted to come out, but the Queen of Pentacles has some secrets, I'm just saying. And you could have spilled his or her secrets. And I don't feel like it was in a malicious way, but they viewed it that way, or they're going to, just depends. Yeah. You know what somebody's up to. You were picking up on a problem, and you probably either told that specific person, or you told the people around them, or you outed something. You outed someone's bullshit. Someone's bullshit is completely out in the open, like I said. And they're upset about it because now they're going to be viewed as a manipulator. Like now no one's going to believe me because all my lies are exposed. Well, you know, people shouldn't have believed you in the first fucking place. That's what it feels like. Someone's really worried about something. Someone's worried. They want you to keep your mouth shut. Or there's an external person who wants this other person to keep their mouth shut. Someone wants someone to shut up. Like, you shush about this, and this, or whatever. So there could be someone in this energy who's trying to shut somebody up. That could be where these burdens are coming in and why something was so difficult for some of you. But this is someone who's worried that their bullshit's getting revealed. I just heard someone had you worried for no reason. If you're highly gifted, there could have been some people in this energy around you who were penetrating your field, basically. They popped your bubble, and I feel like they were trying to freak you out. They're trying to worry you. Like, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, there's something bad here. Or you were just picking up on someone who's paranoid as a motherfucker. I mean, if they're doing substances, some of that shit can make you paranoid. But regardless of that, I feel like you were either picking up on someone who is doing bad things, they have bad thoughts, they were just paranoid as a mofo, and you could have felt like it was your own energy because they were just either too close to you or they were just heavily projecting it at you. I don't know, there's also a scare tactic in here, and it could have been done by this younger energy. For some of you, this could even be a child of yours, or a child around you, a youthful energy, but it feels like a friend. I mean, hell, you could have a friend who's paranoid as hell, and you were picking up on their energy. Maybe they have PTSD or something, or they just deal with paranoia. Because I feel like I need to be prepared for this, for that. I need to be prepared for fucking everything. Because it feels like protection. But protection from what? And this person doesn't deal with psychosis and stuff. It's their thoughts. Their thoughts run away. Like, they think about the worst case scenario. There we go. In situations, and if you were close to this person, you could have been picking up on their fears and going, oh my god, what the hell is this? Like, you know what I mean? Because this person worries about things like, what if I'm not there to protect so and so? What if I'm not there to help with this? What if? Well, don't drive yourself nuts with the what ifs in life, because life fucking happens and bad things happen no matter how prepared we are sometimes, you know? whoever that is might need some therapy, or they need to talk it out. Definitely, this person might want to come in and reconcile with you, and they might reach out to you online and at least confirm this for you, especially if you're dealing with that, or they just want to talk about, you know, some things that they think about, some things that they keep to themselves. Whoever this is, they know that you would keep their secrets because there's no reason for you to share them. You know what I mean? It's something like that. I don't know. This person trusts you, and if you're wondering if you can trust whoever this is, especially if they're spiritual, yes, you can, because they're not going to do anything to hurt you. You can trust them with your heart. Yeah, this person has something to say, and it's love related. Look, he's got a heart on his knee. It's like a love note. That could be someone's phone, like where they set their phone when you're just sitting there. It's just like sitting on my leg kind of thing. So you could be in their phone, your number talking to you, like communication is on someone's phone, like you can read it. It could be rereading messages between the two of you. But I feel like I want to keep it right here so we can talk. Like they don't want to miss your call or messages. Angel of Strength. They're trying to gain the strength and courage to say something to you. To admit that they were wrong. To move forward with you. Yeah, this person doesn't want to admit when they're wrong. It's a pride thing, but I feel like this person's going to overcome that. Deceit I keep seeing it. I want to see a little bit more. What's going on with deceit? Someone needs to stop lying to themselves. I just heard I got you in the palm of my hands. That feels like a phone again. Like, don't forget your phone. I got you in the palm of my hands. Because we have the whole world in the palm of our hands. You know what I mean? Happy home, things going well, happy, content. Yeah, somebody's lying about their situation. They're lying about their happiness. Like, oh, I'm fine on my own. I'm fine single. I'm happy with this and that and whatever. And they're not. They're lying to themselves and to others. They're not in a happy situation. Yeah, they're lying to themselves. I'm better off this way. I'm better off here, there, whatever. Everywhere except for my happily ever after. I'm better off with all that crap. But they're full of shit. This person has also lied about what they want because they're wishing for you. Wishes do come true. And it's almost like, yeah, right, this happy home crap will never happen for me, so I'm just going to fake it till I make it kind of thing. But it is coming in. This person knows that you two could build a life together, that you two could be happy together. They know that a lot of their problems would just kind of wash away because it's all stuff that they've told themselves or that people have told them over time. And it's all crap. It's like, dreams do come true. If you want something bad enough, you'll go after it. It's like in that song, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like, your dreams don't come to you. You have to chase after them, basically. So if you really want this happy home, this happy family, this beautiful relationship, if you really want to talk to someone, you're gonna have to take action. You can't just sit there. You can't just sit there praying. You can't just sit there pretending. I mean, you can, but you're not gonna get what you want. Your dream isn't gonna come to fruition. You won't be victorious if you just sit around. Just go with the flow. You don't have to do everything overnight. You know what I mean? Positive changes, big changes don't happen overnight. Just kind of take certain things with a grain of salt is what I just heard. And so maybe don't read too much into certain things, because someone might read heavily into what someone says. Like, it's not just taking something at face value. It's like diving deep into some, like trying to read between the lines when the print isn't double spaced. Like, there's no in-betweens to read. Someone might still try to read between the lines. And it's like, just read what's being said from whoever's perspective, not from your own. Something like that. But that's what I have for you. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it makes sense. And I will talk to you guys real soon. Peace.